Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. What's going on, you guys? Major Dragon here, and today is a very special day. I want to thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. I really do appreciate that, what all you guys have done, and also to the members who also have joined the memberships as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I never thought it was going to be possible to be able to reach this, but I had a feeling because you guys have blown me away every single time with the 100 subscribers. I never thought it could get bigger. With 1,000 subscribers, I never thought it could get bigger. Then now 10,000, it means the world to me. Now, because we have reached 10,000 subscribers, I am going to make a very special video. What if Major Dragon was in Dragon Ball? And this will be a one-time video special, as it's only a limited special. Now, another thing. We now have a new subscriber goal. And knowing you guys, we can reach it. Because without you guys, the channel would be nothing. You guys have changed my life. And I know it's corny, a lot of YouTubers say that, but you guys truly have. And our community is special. I wanted to make a community for everybody. You guys can, or anybody who can join in, who loves anime, who can talk to other people, make new friends, talk to people, and can connect with me. And we have such a strong bond, and I'm so thankful for all you guys. Now, I don't want to drag this on for so long. I'll say more in the 10,000 subscriber video. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. We now have a new saying. Instead of, let's get to 10,000 subscribers, no. It's, let's get to 20,000 subscribers. I know we can do it. And you know what? If everybody who is watching this video right now, if you just press the subscribe button, we will get there in no time. Now, if this video gets 400 likes, I will continue this to the next part. So I want everybody, press the subscribe button. You are helping out the entire community, and come join us. I want everybody to press like on this video so I can continue it. And if you want to share your thoughts or talk to people, post your comments down below. Say hey, I'll even message you back. So anyway, thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Now, if this video reaches 400 likes, I shall continue it to the next series. This is What If Goku Was the Legendary Super Saiyan. 400 likes, I'm counting on y'all. Make sure to post the notification bell, hit the comments down below, and subscribe. We need to reach 20,000 subscribers. Now, just to quickly recap, Goku has recently fought Nappa and Vegeta, and, well, Nappa's gone, Vegeta was still able to survive, and now everybody is on Namek. Since Goku was not injured, he was able to join them. That also means no gravity training for Goku. Now, Goku would actually handle pretty much a lot of Frieza's goons. Now, Vegeta would still go on his little mini arc, his tries to the Dragon Balls, all that happens the same. Now, Goku has just finished fighting Captain Ginyu, and the Ginyu Force defeating them alongside with the help of Vegeta. Now, he would actually meet Elder Guru, and he would get his potential unlocked. Now, this would give Goku a max power level currently of 1 million. Goku has a max power level of 1 million currently after the potential unlock with Elder Guru. Now, Frieza has already killed Nail, and Elder Guru has passed. They did wish for Piccolo to show up on the planet, and they did wish for him to be alive. Now, they do have one wish left, and that is obviously for them to wish back using the Earth's Dragon Balls since Piccolo's alive. Now, to then instantly cut into it, Frieza still does show up, and he was furious that the Dragon Balls were taken from him. Now, to actually cut to Piccolo and Nail, Piccolo would still find him, and they would still do fusion, fusing to become one being. Piccolo's power level is actually higher than the original. If you guys remember, Piccolo had a max power level of around 1,500 at max. Now, since Piccolo is far stronger than he was in the original, I would roughly put him at a power level of roughly probably around 2,500,000, or you could equally just say 3 million. Which is not too far-fetched considering that Piccolo has been pushing himself harder, and he was a way higher power level than before. So he has a max power level of 3 million, which is very impressive. Now back onto the main fight, Vegeta would want to go up first. Now, as you know, Vegeta did get a decent Zenkai, which would put Vegeta currently at pretty much the same level. It's the same exact level as before, maybe around the 400,000 to 500,000, pretty close to Frieza's first level. They would have their little hand lock, and it would kind of shock Frieza at his power level, and then it would, Scatter would explode. Frieza would then showcase his second form. It would absolutely terrify everybody. Now, luckily, this is when Goku would begin to have his battle with Frieza. Goku here, actually knowing Kaioken, he will be ecstatic to fight Frieza. And here's why. Goku has been, not really having an amazing battle. He's not had a true battle like how he would against this version of Frieza. He was amazed. Frieza was definitely the strongest guy in the universe for a reason. He was terrifyingly strong. Now, Piccolo would obviously get there faster than before, and Goku would be astounded by Piccolo's power. How did he get so strong? Same with Vegeta. Now, Piccolo would actually stand back, as Piccolo as a warrior knows not to interfere with Goku's battle. Now, Goku states, I got plenty more in the tank, let me add him for a little bit. Piccolo understands completely. Now, Goku would then use Kaioken times 2, and that would boost his power level up to, 2 million. And now, during this battle, Goku would begin to overpower Frieza, having a higher power level. Now, Frieza would then bust into his third form. It would not be enough, unfortunately, as Goku and Kaioken times 2 is actually relatively comfortable in this power. Now, Frieza would then go into his final form. Goku was astounded by his power. Now, this is when Piccolo actually kind of wants to take a crack at Frieza, as they don't know how strong he is, never judge a book by its cover, but they know that he's monstrously more powerful. Frieza's pretty annoyed, but he's not comfortable in his power. He would then aim up his finger, and he would, kind of shoot Goku right through the chest. And it would knock Goku down. Now, the reason for this is because Goku kind of dropped his guard as he kind of was looking at Piccolo. This is very Goku-like, and I feel like that would not really change. Goku has always dropped his guard at some of the worst moments, and that has been consistent in a lot of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. Whis has even stated it himself. Now, once that Goku is down, luckily, Gohan and Krillin would kind of drag Goku away because Piccolo would begin his fight. Now, actually, a lot of the fighting would be kind of like the original Goku versus Frieza, but just swap it out with Piccolo. Piccolo having the same exact power as Goku, he would actually handle very well. Not to mention, Piccolo is a genius level fighter, even higher than Goku. And Goku even states that no one knows Ki, not to mention, no one knows tactical fighting better than Piccolo. So Piccolo actually has some abilities that he can actually use against Frieza. That would be kind of interesting, especially that he can elongate his arms, he can go giant mode, and he can also heal certain injuries. So Piccolo is actually very powerful, and he would do fairly well against Frieza. Now, once when Frieza starts showing up more of his power, he would tell that Piccolo is definitely the strongest Namekian that he's ever seen, and this is an honor for Piccolo to see this. Now, Goku is being healed by Dende, and if you guys know, when Goku starts to fight somebody, since he's a mutant Saiyan, his power level is going to skyrocket very shortly. Now, Vegeta was furious. Now, as you all may know, Vegeta did ask himself to be kind of Ki Blast in the chest to get a Zenkai, but Vegeta wouldn't do it this time, since there's no point. Goku and Piccolo are strong enough. The only reason why he did it is so he can try and fight Frieza for the time being, as that was in the original, because Goku was still injured. But Goku's fine here. So Vegeta would never ask that, and Dende would still fight it. Now, Piccolo is having a hard time now, as Frieza would then showcase half of his full power, or 50%, and this would overpower Piccolo, as even though Piccolo is very strong, he doesn't even have Kaioken on top of that, which doesn't make no sense to me why Piccolo never learned Kaioken on King Kai's planet. I guess maybe he didn't, they only had a couple weeks, so I guess you could say he never had enough time to learn it. But man, Piccolo Kaioken would be awesome. Maybe he can learn that later on. But anyway, Goku would then obviously go back in and tag in. Now, how strong is Goku? Well, he did almost die to Frieza's blast going right through his chest, so he's kind of strong, not to mention he's a prodigy now. Goku's base power level, after a major Zenkai, a near-death Zenkai really, would definitely bump him from 1 million to, I would comfortably say, around 6 million. Now, Goku would begin his fight with Frieza, And Goku would even max it out. As remember, the fight would pretty much go relatively the same. With Goku being 2 times stronger, it would be a pretty decent fight, but Frieza's getting annoyed. But 50% is plenty enough to handle Goku, all up until Goku would then use Kaioken times 20, and this would actually stun Frieza. Now Goku would then fire the Kamehameha on top of that, and Frieza would have to use 80% of his power to then overpower Goku's attack. Now Frieza was actually pretty injured by it, but he was more furious than anything. Goku was starting to get a little bit gassed out, but then something started happening. Goku's rage. Now, if you guys remember, Goku has been training for all of his life to control that same primal rage that is within his body. But when he's meeting a foe like this, his anger starts getting the better of him. And that is exactly what happens. Now, Goku's anger and his power level is starting to rise and continue to rise as he's fighting Frieza, a bit more primal-like, as he would then start screaming and start attacking Frieza, shooting a massive green blast out of his mouth. Now Frieza here, by the way, Goku's power level is rising rapidly against Frieza's own power level, very similar to how Broly works. And very quickly he starts to catch up to Frieza. Goku's power level will continue to rise and rise and rise. Goku's power level going from 6 million would start jumping up to 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. It continues to rise and rise and rise, and Frieza's starting to get a little bit scared. What is this Saiyan? How is he so powerful? Now, Goku's power level will stop at around 60 to 70 million, and he'll be almost dead even with Frieza. Now, Frieza would then charge up a full power death ball, and he would catch Goku off guard by throwing it right at him. Now, it would hit Goku, blasting him into the water, as then Frieza would then charge up a massive ki ball attack and throw it right towards Goku. Now, this attack would also hit Namek as well, and it would badly damage Namek's core. Now, everybody was shocked and think that Goku died. Oh no, he did not. Goku would then charge a massive green aura that would swirl around his body, and Goku would be screaming. Goku lost himself in his rage. Goku would then rise up as he was bulkier. Goku looked bigger. The top of his G-shirt was almost completely ripped off, and Goku looks bigger. Goku looked almost a foot taller, being Goku's around 5'10", so put it to around 6'10". Not to mention his muscles are bulging out, he's a lot bigger, and his eyes were yellow. His hair was sticking up. Goku here was now in his Akari state. Now, real quick, having a power level of 70 million times 10 is 700 million. Okay? That's almost 7 times stronger than Goku was in the original as a Super Saiyan. That's almost 7 times stronger than full power Frieza. Now Frieza would be terrified as Goku would put the beat down on Frieza. I mean, demolishing him like he was nothing. Now during this time as well, Frieza would then have no choice but to try and go full power. And I do feel like Frieza being... I know it took Frieza forever to go full power, but let's just say in this what if that he can. Now Frieza would go full power, but that was nothing against Goku. Goku's power level kept rising. In this Akari state, it kept going up. Instead of 700 million, it was now 1 billion. It kept rising. Frieza had no chance here. Goku would easily tear apart Frieza like he was nothing, leaving Frieza in pieces. Now Goku was so fueled with rage that he would begin attacking everything around him and in his way. Now obviously, Piccolo would try and stop Goku, but Goku would then slap him away like he was nothing, and they would begin their fight. Now Piccolo was doing everything he could to try and avoid Goku, but Goku was too powerful. What were they going to do? Now Krillin would then do a solar flare, and they can try and escape the planet. Now Vegeta's getting the heck out of there. He ain't having none of that. Same with Piccolo. What's Piccolo going to do? Krillin tells Gohan, your father's lost. He's lost his mind. And the planet was going to blow up as the sky was turning red and volcanoes were exploding. Now Bulma as well was screaming as everything was going crazy all around her. She was in the ship, as then very quickly Piccolo and Vegeta busted into the ship and was telling Vegeta was like, "Woman, get the ship ready now!" Because the planet was going to blow up. And Krillin was there too, but Gohan never left. Gohan would then yell, saying, "Daddy, you gotta stop. Dad, relax." And Goku would almost attack Gohan, but he would stop himself. Seeing his son, Goku would then hold his head as he would then shrink and calm down. As he looked around, he was confused, didn't know where he was at. Goku would then state, What happened? Is Frieza gone?" And then Gohan would hug his father, tears going down his face as he was so happy to see that his father was okay. And Goku knew that Frieza was gone. He couldn't sense his power. So then Goku says, "The planet's about to blow, we need to go fast." So Goku would then haul ass back to the ship, full speed, holding Gohan. They would fly right in and tell Bulma to punch it now. At full speed, the ship would fly off, and then, well, the ship would fly off, and they would barely escape Namek's destruction. Now, I know what you guys are thinking here, but wait a minute. What about the Namekians? The Namekians are gone. Well, as you guys know, sadly, luckily Dende, by the way, Dende is still alive. Well, Earth's Dragon Balls only has one wish. They use the Dragon Balls to wish Piccolo back and wish him to the planet. But unfortunately, they were not able to use the final wish to wish for all the Namekians to be brought back, and they didn't use Earth's Dragon Balls to wish everybody, on planet Namek other than Goku and Frieza back to Earth. So sadly, pretty much all the Namekians other than Piccolo and Dende, and Nail if you count, are gone. Dende will be distraught that his whole planet is gone. It's just destroyed. But Piccolo reassures him, we can just use the Dragon Balls, and within a few years' time, within 2 to 3 years' time, we can wish all the Namekians back, and we can wish the planet back. Do not worry. Now, once when they arrived back, everybody was so happy to see each other. Peace was finally brought. Now, the same thing would go for Vegeta. He would go see Bulma, live with Bulma. They would still have their thing and fall in love with each other. Now, as for pretty much Goku would be the same. Now, Goku knows the power that he felt within him. He was able to control this wild state. But when he was in this form, his power level kept rising to levels that he's never even thought was possible. So Goku's going to start meditating to try and learn this power and control it. He can harness the power of a great ape. That is what Vegeta's philosophy was. And Vegeta does think that Goku was actually a Super Saiyan. And obviously Vegeta is furious that Goku's a Super Saiyan and not him. But now, as for Gohan, Chi-Chi would still make Gohan do studying. But at the same time, since Goku's not traveling, there's no instant transmission, because Goku never went to Yardrat, so that's a big loss. No instant transmission, and Goku was not gone for over a year or two. So he would be with Gohan, and I do feel like Goku would persuade Chi-Chi saying, look, our son Gohan is incredibly strong. How about he can do his studies, but he can also train a little bit? I feel like Chi-Chi would then understand that, as Gohan does want to do studying stuff, but he wouldn't mind training with his dad. And not to mention too, if Gohan's this busted potentially with the potential that Goku has, Gohan can just do light training here and there, and he'll get a lot stronger. So remember to keep that up too. Even Gohan in Super, he was able to do light training here and there, and he would never get rusty, which is insanity. But if he stops training, he gets very weak. So Gohan would do some light sparring sessions with his father. All that would happen the same. Now, Vegeta would obviously have the gravity room, and he would push himself to new limits to try and reach Goku's level, so he can become the true Super Saiyan. All that happens the exact same. Now, there is no Yardrat. There's nothing crazy that happens like that. Now, Mecha Frieza is obviously not a thing. Frieza's in pieces. He's completely dead, so he's not alive. There's no Mecha Frieza. King Cold would find his body parts kind of laying around in space, but what could he do with them? Frieza was, dead. They didn't have the technology they did in Super to bring back Frieza. So sadly, King Cold would just have to bury Frieza or do whatever they do in their own species with his body. Now, King Cold, would he go to Earth? No. Because it was Frieza's thing to go to Earth. King Cold had no interest in going. He was intrigued at a Saiyan. He did want to see what a Super Saiyan was. But considering the fact that Frieza was killed and the planet was destroyed, yeah, he doesn't want to go there and get himself killed. He's way too prideful. As he stay on his side of the universe, that Saiyan can stay on Earth. He does not care about him. Now here's the fun part. Trunks would still show up, very similar, and he would look around, and he would still notice that Mecha Frieza's not there, just like the original, and he's like, oh, okay. Just due to the fact that in the original Dragon Ball, Trunks would fight Mecha Frieza. Since this is the what if, Mecha Frieza is not here, so Trunks doesn't have to fight him, and even in his original what if timeline, he had to fight him either. So Frieza's fine. Now he would go to Goku's house and still fight Goku, and they would still have a showcase, back and forth little thing. Now Trunks would actually show Goku Super Saiyan. Now Goku was amazed. He never knew this power was possible. And Vegeta would then arrive, same with the others. Trunks would then tell him about his past. All that happens the same, just a different location, and no Yardrat or Frieza. All that happens the same. They would start fighting each other, and Goku would hold his own pretty well against Trunks. And Trunks was amazed at Goku's power, even in base form. He was surprised that Goku cannot go Super Saiyan, but he never heard of Goku going Super Saiyan either. Now, he would then talk about the androids, saying how these two androids are insanely strong, and Goku also dies because of a heart virus like the original. Now, he would give Goku the medicine that Bulma made later on in the future, and tell him that he will meet him back up once more to face down these androids. He gives him the time and the date, and Goku was excited to fight these androids if they're that strong. Now, we are going to save the rest for the next What If. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Get this video to 400 likes and let's get to 20,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later.